Hey guys, Lord Grax from Control Alt Record here with you again, this time with my very first video on Star Citizen. For those of you that don't know, Star Citizen is a purely crowdfunded space sim MMO that is currently in development by Chris Roberts and his team at Cloud Imperium Games and Roberts Space Industries. Basically what crowdfunded means is that there's no external large publishers like Activision or EA involved in the production of the game at all, and basically Chris Roberts and his team have total control over what direction the game takes and how it progresses. Star Citizen itself was announced in 2012 as a Kickstarter campaign, and 2 days before the end of that campaign it broke the record for the highest crowdfunded game project ever, having $4.2 million in US currency pledged to it at the time. The game itself has gone on to continue to break similar records for the most crowdfunded project and the largest single amount ever raised via crowdsourcing. As of the making of this video, the current funds raised for Star Citizen have reached a total of over $176 million, with almost 2 million backers donating to some of that, or to all of that, in some form. Star Citizen is still in development, and more recently, Alpha 3.0 or 3.0 was released to the backers to be able to play after being in the public test universe for several months. This particular update is something that the Star Citizen community have been waiting for some time, and brings with it lots and lots of updates. Backers now have the ability to travel to and land on several moons, these being Yella, Daymar and Selen, along with the asteroid of Daymar. There are lots of new quests, and trading has also been added to the game in limited capacity. New shops and items have been added to the game, and there is a new interaction system which is now referred to as the Inner Thought system, which allows players and their characters to interact with the environment and the world around them, their ships, and purchase items from stores, etc. I personally have been a backer of Star Citizen since August 2013 and have been following its development since then. So for today, I thought we'd give you a quick look at what's new in the game for 3.0, maybe do some trading and check out some of the new locations. Hope you guys enjoy the episode, and if you do, remember to give that like button an uppercut, subscribe to the channel and tell your friends, tell your mum, leave any questions or comments in the area below. So let's get into it. Yay, Aussie. Apparently 3.0 hasn't been without its hiccups. A lot of people are reporting bugs such as their ships spawning without external doors, frame rate issues and various other things going on. Personally, the last couple of days I haven't had any of that happen to me. It's actually been quite smooth, surprisingly, for an alpha. I have got the game installed on a SSD drive, which is my main system drive, and apparently that does seem to help with some of the issues that the game is currently facing for some people. So if you are watching this video and having some issues and you've got an SSD, maybe see if you can install it on there, and hopefully that'll get rid of some of the issues you face. But, as always, remember the game itself is in alpha status, so there are quite a lot of bugs in game, and Chris Roberts and his team are actively working to minimise those, and that's one of the major reasons why there was such a long delay in the release of 3.0. Anyway, let's get into it and have a look at some stuff. Wakey, wakey. Come on, get up. Slow old bastard. Alrighty, let's give you a quick look at my character. Going for the, Star Wars sand person look. Picked this costume up, or this armor up, rather, yesterday at a place called Grim Hex, which is a little bit of an interesting location. Maybe go there in another episode, but probably not today. Let's just have a look at our Moby Glass. This is one of the new features that's been added in 3.0. we've got all the various things we can do here. General contracts or missions that we can accept. Payment here. And what you're required to do. Personal missions are just that. They're a bit more personal. Whereas general missions can be completed by other players that are on your server, and they may disappear from time to time. Pretty standard sort of quest log, anything you accept, and the history of things you've completed. Currently the history is not persistent, so if you complete a whole heap of quests and then log out and log back in, you won't see what you've completed in the history, but the reputation system apparently, I believe, does remember what you've completed, and if those particular quests earn you a reputation with someone like Miles Eckhart or Ruto, which are the two reputation quest givers, that should remain. I haven't really got there yet, so I'm not sure. Alrighty, so I'm not going to accept any quests just now. I'm just going to head downstairs and take a quick look at how much these guys are buying things for at the shipping terminals. So if you haven't seen this game before, when you first spawn in, you come to this area, which is Port Olisar. Ship screens over there to retrieve your vehicles or your ships from storage, and this is the new guy for 3.0. You can get some quests to deliver items to him and place them on the delivery section. And we also have the shipping console here, so we just hold down F to use our interaction system, and we have a look. So we want to pick a ship. I've got quite a few. I might go with the Freelancer. So at the moment we can see here what this station is selling their products for, how much it costs me to buy. I might sell it by amount. Pretty standard at the moment. Laranite, diamonds, all these kind of, and food seem to be the, and tungsten is the other one, seem to be the easiest things to transport to Port Olisar. They don't really sell much from what I remember. Yeah. So we'll go and see, go and visit one of the locations and see if we can buy something, one of these items here fairly cheaply, and bring it back for some good amount of cash. One thing Star Citizen's always done, even when it's been buggy and having frame rate issues, the graphics have always been amazing. Everything is rendered really well, looks great. Depending on the system you have, it may sort of choke and struggle with that, but really, really crisp, good graphics. So we interact with the fleet manager here, and we can see all the ships that I currently have access to. Yeah, as I said before, I think we'll pick up the Freelancer. It's got some good amount of cargo space. I'll click that, and we'll see what landing pad it's going to be delivered to.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
A2. Thank you, sir. Alright, that's over this way. So Port Olisar is divided up into 4 decks, or struts if you like, A, B, C and D, and you can basically spawn on any of them. It's kind of random at the moment, and they all each operate independently of each other. The only way to go from one to the other that I know of at the moment is to actually move your ship from one landing platform to the other. So I've got the airlock here. This area will be pressurized, and behind that door there is space. So if you don't have your spacesuit on, you can or will die. Stamina is another thing that's been brought in 3.0, so you can see over the bottom left there I've got my vitals with my pulse rate at 113, 114, 115, and the more things you do like jump, crouch, run obviously affect that. And if you go back to the Moby Glass as well with F1, you can see all the information here about how much oxygen I currently have, how much I've got in my tank, etc. Only 33 minutes of oxygen remaining. That's not very much. Anyway, here's our ship. This is a medium-sized freight or shipping vessel. The Freelancer. Let's get in and go do some stuff. Cockpit's that way. I'll just give you a quick look around. Turn on our torch. Cargo area, and then we got the bigger cargo area out the back. So it's pretty cut and dried. Just really for shipping. We've got a turret on the back here that another player can use, and that's the rear access loading ramp door. We've got our bunks in here, so it's got 4 bunk beds, which means you can host up to 4 crew. We've got 4 seats, 3 co-pilots and the pilot. I imagine you could probably sneak 1 or 2 others on here, maybe one in the turret and a couple of people standing around, but there's no other seats or anything else in the vessel. So we'll just get into the pilot seat here. I'll turn off our torch because we don't need that anymore. Or can I not do that? No, that's where I've got to get out of the seat and turn the torch off. Okay. Let's do that, because that is annoying as hell. Load. Thank you. Alrighty. Now we have a look around. So the interaction key is F to hold. You hold down F to look around. So we got flight ready or just power on, engine on, engine off. So if you hit flight ready, that will power up the ship and turn your engines on. Or you can just choose to do everything manually. I like to go for flight ready because it saves mucking around.
Hello. How can MISC help you today?
Well,
Systems on.
you can help me by not having my ship sort of
Shield
slide.
charge complete.
That's annoying. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Got this under control. So yeah, some funny little bugs every now and then. I wasn't touching any of the controls at the moment when that happened. So every now and then, and landing's funny too. Sometimes you look like you've landed straight, but yeah, it doesn't work that way. So just for reference, I play currently with a mouse and keyboard. I do plan to get a HOTAS stick and throttle when Star Citizen's released, but for the moment I'm playing mouse and keyboard. So let's pick somewhere to go and find some cargo. So F1, as I said before, brings up the Moby Glass, but if you press F2, that brings up the section of your Moby Glass that has the galaxy map. So you can see here we're currently in the Crusader system, and we're at Port Olisar, which is just here. Astro Service, that's basically like a service station where you can go refuel, repair your ship, pick up new ammo, etc. These comms arrays around the place have various missions. If I was to accept some missions from my Moby Glass back in the station, or if I can get some now, they usually, go turn the comm array on. Some pirates turned it off so they can do some naughty stuff. So we're not going to worry about that for now in this video. Today, I think we're going to go have a look at Daymar, and we might go down to the surface and see if we can pick up something. We'll see. Alright, so we'll set that as our destination. Green line means that there's nothing obscuring us, which is good. Shut that. And let's start moving forward and have a look for the waypoint. So there it is. And we'll engage the quantum drive with B.
Quantum travel.
And off we go.
Contact received.
Okay, that was nice and quick. So,
Quantum travel complete.
well, thank you. My ship's so polite. Now, as you can see by the ridge line here in the middle of the planet, they do have planetary rotation and day and night cycles in 3.0. So yes, it does get quite dark if you happen to be on the dark side of the planet. Now, when you approach, well, it's a moon, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. When you approach a new moon or planet or anywhere, they have these orbital markers in space, which basically allow you to quickly fly to the other side of the planet while you're still in space if you're looking for something in particular. So general rule of thumb is if a location on the planet, so you can see down there we've got Bountiful Harvest Hydroponics, ArcCorp and Pterodon Plains. You can see that they're all down on the planet's surface, where two of them are 600-ish kilometers away and ArcCorp Mining is 400. So that's just sort of in front and below, but the other two, being over about 500 k's away, are actually on the other side of the planet. So if I wanted to go to one of these two, I would pick that orbital marker there, which is 600k away, and we'll jump to that.
Quantum travel engaged.
Very short jump, and then we should be roughly over the section of the planet where they are.
Quantum travel complete.
Slow the ship down a bit and have a look. And as you can see, Bountiful Harvest is now 200 k's away. Kudra Ore is 300. And the emergency shelter is 200. So we're pretty close. I know about Bountiful Harvest sell food, and Kudra Ore sells ore and metal. So and it's on the dark side too. I'm gonna go somewhere where the sun's shining, preferably. Don't think the emergency shelter sells anything. Well, that's annoying. Let's jump around the planet and see if we can find somewhere else.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Cool. What do you got here? Cool. Shubin. It's really annoying. Pretty sure the emergency shelters don't sell anything, so not too much point in going there.
Quantum travel engaged.
Oh, I've got orbital camera too, if in case you're interested. We'll give you a quick look around the ship. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't put my landing gear up. What a noob.
Landing gear up.
Would have been annoying to fly down on the surface without that sorted. Alright. Oh, got a red out. Emergency shelters. Yeah, we're not. Oh, here we go. No. No. Well. Bugger. Let's go to Kudra Ore anyway. Ah well. The way it goes. So we'll throttle up. Now we're at max speed at the moment, and we can increase that with our afterburner. Up to about 1100, I think, meters per second. No, 1000. There's not really too much to do in space at the moment while you're travelling to places. If you look around your cockpit, you can interact with your systems. So if I wanted to, I can change this to the comms panel. I want to talk to, look at the weapons, shields, etc. So by default, most of your panel screens have what you need displayed. But I've noticed in this particular ship, they don't really display the comms by default, so I always sort of open it up there. You do need to request landing platforms at some locations now. So when I return to Olisar, or when you go to some of the mining complexes, you have to Levski and things like that. You have to request landing. Yeah, that's a pretty straightforward process. We'll probably get to that a bit later in the video. So on the power screen here, you can see I've got weapons, shields and systems, with the power evenly split between them, 33, 33, 33. If I wanted to or needed to, I could move this. Hang on, we'll zoom in a bit. So you can see here, I can move it and left click and it'll go to whatever configuration I need. There's also hotkeys you can assign to give a certain amount of shields and that kind of thing. But for now, I just leave it on default until something happens. Done a couple of these shipping runs over the last couple of days, and they've gone pretty well. Haven't had too much of an issue. Actually, haven't had any combat or anything for quite some time. Apparently it is in game now that there are NPCs that will try and interdict you when you are traveling in quantum drive. So what that basically means is they'll pull you out of quantum drive in the middle of nowhere and try and attack your ship and steal your cargo. That hasn't happened to me yet, so be interesting to see if it happens in this video. But for the moment, it's all been pretty cruisy. Some might even say boring, but you know, I like it. It's quite good. Yeah, it's another one of those annoying bugs with the interface map being too big. So I'm still getting to know my way around the new moons. I couldn't tell you, if you asked me, I couldn't tell you what was where. I've pretty much only been coming to this particular moon and flying around these guys. I went to Levski once the other day and couldn't get out of the hangar because the lift was broken, so I haven't been back there yet. Might save that for another episode. I've been to Grim Hex, which is over in an asteroid field. Definitely save that for another episode. That's very cool. There's a lot of really cool locations, and then there's a lot of space, which you would expect in a semi-realistic universe, I guess. So we're getting fairly close to Kudra Ore now. Not too far away. We'll start our descent shortly. Here we go. We're just starting to break atmosphere. You can see there now the screen. Look at this. We're breaking through the atmosphere. Get a little warm. So we might start to angle down a bit. So you can see we're only at 18,000 feet at the moment, so not too bad. Right, engage the afterburner again and just pick up a bit more speed. Try and get a bit closer, and when we get to around 40k out, we'll go down a bit closer to the surface. Just lift the nose up a little bit. Try and stay around 6,000. A little bit more. I am really looking forward to getting my hands on a HOTAS again. I did have one a while ago, but it broke. So, what do you do? But yeah, it'll definitely be a bit more immersive with the throttle and stick. Okay, you can see we're about 27 k's away. It's going to start edging down a bit. It's pretty dark down there. I would have much rather preferred to go onto a daylight location so you guys can have a good look around and see the graphics and everything, but who knows? Maybe the sun will come up when we're down there. So far so good, no issues. No one's tried to attack us. It's always nice. No one's tried to steal our ship. That happens every now and then. You know, some players just like to cause trouble. Alrighty, so we're just almost 2.5k altitude now, which is not too bad. And we're 12k's out.
Look,
Missile lock, really? Let's pull up a bit because we're about to crash into the ground. That's never a good thing. Back the speed off. There goes a player up there. Hopefully he doesn't want to do anything silly. Gone, he's off the comms list. Hopefully he stays gone. He's just trading like we are. Alright, so I've backed the throttle off to 0 because I'm just trying to find, I should be right over it. Woohoo! There it is. A little bit of acrobatics. Always fun. Alright, so I'll put the gear down.
landing gear down.
We'll just approach real slowly. Now, from memory, Kudra doesn't have a landing platform, I think. So we'll just be landing in the dirt, which is its own challenge when you try and take off. You sometimes get those bugs like what I had in Olisar. Your ship, you land flat and then you turn off your engines and you get out and it's pointing in the air and various other weird things, but you know, the game is in alpha. I guess that's kind of to be expected. Let's just land over there. Straighten up a bit. Nose up. Cut the throttle and we'll land.
Landing successful.
Well, thank you. Should maybe think of a name for my ship, like some call or something. Power off. And we'll get out of the seat. Let's go and see what they have to buy. Turn on the torch. And get that just in case anyone's thinking they're going to be stupid. Okay, too close. Exit ship. One of the things I do like about the Freelancer is it's harder for other players to try and steal your ship. So currently the only way they can steal your ship apart from shooting you down and boarding is by going through an open door. And if you enter via the cabin door in their ship and say exit ship rather than just climb ladder, it always locks itself, so that's definitely a plus to not getting shipjacked. Doesn't look like there's anyone else here. The other ship's long gone. Pretty cool. The other way. Very nice. Nope, no trade terminals in there. Hello! Don't tell me I came into the wrong building, because that would be embarrassing. Oh no, there it is. Well, walking straight past it's kind of embarrassing too, but you know, whatevs. So we are in the Freelancer. What do we got here? Beryl, chlorine, quartz, laranite. So laranite's 36, we're selling for about 70-ish. Beryl's fine. Quartz. Tungsten. I think tungsten's a better deal. Yeah, tungsten or beryl. Anyway. How much can we get? 49. I got 66. Yeah, we'll take all that. Thank you. And we've still got some room left. So you can see here we've got 66 units of cargo space. We just bought all of that, so we've got 17 left. Some barrel oil. Now that should only let me purchase what I can fit. Got it. Thank you. Alrighty, let's head back to Olisar and see if we can make some cash. So for the first couple of runs I did, I basically just spent about half of what I had. You start in 3.0, you start with 5k and a pistol, that's it. So I think I spent about 2k on materials and did a couple of runs at half efficiency until I built up enough cash to be able to fill my ship. Each to their own. With the bugs and the way things are at the moment, if you use all of your money on buying cargo and crash out and die, then you're not going to have any money when you come back and respawn. So it's a bit of a risk. I recommend being slightly cautious, especially if you're having performance issues in the game. But if it's running pretty smooth as it currently is for me, maybe it's worth the risk. Save a bit of time, who knows. Alrighty, so we've got all that covered. Let us take off and head back to Olisar.
Hello.
Hello.
MISC helping today.
You can help me by not flipping over again like you did when I tried to leave Olisar. That'd
Shield
be
charge complete.
really nice. Now, that's really annoying. How do we get rid of that? Come on. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to take off first, and then we'll set where we want to go. Getting back to Olisar is a lot quicker than getting here. Because basically, depending on the angle I take off, I should be able to go straight back there.
Landing gear up.
Put the gear up this time. And while we're getting some distance from the planet, we will check our destination. Okay, now we can't jump directly to Olisar, and we can't jump to Crusader yet because we haven't left atmosphere, so we'll just set it as our destination so that it appears on our radar. We don't leave the atmosphere till about 20k altitude, 28-ish, 25, I can't remember, somewhere around there. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Apparently the ship thinks we're not level. Doesn't really matter in space, does it? Go. Here we are. Crusader. Quantum drive, please.
Quantum travel engaged.
Thank you. Alrighty, now if memory serves, Olisar should be up
Travel complete.
on my right hand side, I think. Let's have a look. Set destination 2. Yes, no, maybe. Hello. Very good. And a short jumping away.
Quantum travel engaged.
Okay. And we're back.
Missile look. Quantum travel complete.
Right, just brakes a little. You can see all the blue circles there. They're all the other players that are currently on the server. Go with the Aussies, yay. Alright, so you can see there looking in the middle of my frame, you've got the 4 frames of Port Olisar. I couldn't tell you which ones are which from this distance, but what we're going to do now is hit the brakes and have a chat to our local landing dude. Let's see where he wants us to land. Comms, please. Thank you. And we just click here. G'day, mate.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay.
Landing gear down.
Gear down. And that's where he wants us to go. I don't think I'm going to nosedive. Strut D. Like a bought one. Let's see, I haven't tried to land in this view before. Let's. Oh, no, hang on. Don't move the camera and the bloody hell. Oh well. Could probably do with going forward a little bit actually. Let's pick that nose back up. Just go a little bit forward. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, it's probably in the right spot. Oh well. Oops.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
I don't understand why it does that. It happens a lot. But when you cut the power,
Launch sequence complete.
the front does come down. Usually. There we go. Let's get out of the chair. Alright. We didn't blow the ship up. Didn't crash. 2 things that are always good. Actually, let's go out this way. I'll show you quickly with the cargo. So we've got cargo in here now. Cargo in here. And the back now is fully loaded. Right to the roof with our precious whatever it was we picked up. Just my memory shocking. Alrighty, open the door. Now this is where you can get into a little bit. Hang on, wrong button. Where is it? Oh no, it's over here. This is where you can get into a little bit of trouble in Olisar, where people can get into your vehicle. So what I tend to do is shut it and then run out. Oh, and apparently that hurt me today. Yeah, because someone can basically, they can't fly away with your ship, and if you don't do a good check of your ship when you get in there, they can just sort of hide in the turret or something like that, and then once you get outside the armistice zone, they shoot you in the head and steal your stuff. So you can see on the top right there on my screen, they've got 2 icons. One that looks like a satellite, and the other one that's a bullet with a line through it. Bullet with the line through it obviously means armistice zone, where you can't fight, you can't shoot anyone, can't even draw your weapon. Look, it doesn't work. And the other little satellite means that this particular area is protected by a network of satellites that if you do any criminal activity, it gets reported to the UAE, who are the local military police force dudes, and you get a criminal record. So if once that satellite's not there, you can do some sneaky dodgy stuff, and if you don't get caught, it doesn't get recorded. And obviously once the bullet icon's missing, you can cap people. Alrighty, so here we are back in Olisar, and our dude should be over here. Yes, hello. How's your day been? Just standing around chilling out? Let's turn my torch off. Sorry mate, burn your eyes. You and your buddy just hanging out? Yeah, thought so. Alrighty, what about you mate? Got anything to say? Nice hair. Not much for small talk, these guys. Alright, so let's load up our ship here. Freelancer. You can see we got 66 of 66. We've got no space, and we want to sell, baby. Ugh, really? Got to pick it again? Yeah. Okay, so we got beryl and tungsten. Not bad. Sell that for nearly 20k. Yep. Thank you. And we'll sell the tungsten. So just over double. Not bad at all. Yay, we cracked 100k. Woohoo! And there you go. Alright, we'll get out of that. Thank you. And there you have it, guys. Successful shipping run. Don't know about you, but I enjoyed that. Before we go though, I'll quickly just show you over here. We've got Dumper's Depot. This was always here, but it wasn't open. You weren't able to go in here until 3.0. So this area now sells ship parts, various parts. So you've got your coolers here. And you can interact with them and have a look at the stats and things. So this is a military class cooler. Military's obviously better, but uses a bit more power. So you got military, civilian, and I think I can't remember. On stealth, that's right. Military, civilian, and stealth. And obviously the stealth ones are geared more towards stealth running, lower emissions, lower power, but they have their own issues as well. These are shield generators here, various models and types. What else have we got over here? I got power. Is that a power plant? Yeah, that's a power supply. Not sure what that is. Oh, that's a shield generator too. Just looks slightly different. And then over here we've got quantum drives and more power regulators and coolers. So yeah, that's cool that you can do that now, and you can swap them in and out of your ship as you see fit. And then over the other end of the station we've got a weapons shop and an armor shop. So there's Garrity Defense and I can't remember the other guy. What's he called? Oh, live fire weapons. So in here you can buy flight suits and light, medium, and heavy armor, and some more flight suits. They all cost various things, various different prices depending on what you want. So you buy them piece by piece now. Before 3.0 they used to be a full suit that you purchased at once. Now you can actually have the option of buying separate pieces, and you can mix and match in your inventory and equip whatever you want. So that's what's available in Olisar there. And then over here we've got live fire weapons, with pistols, rifles. I think they have shotguns in here too, and medipens and oxygen pens.
Hi.
So
Thanks for coming in.
heal your injuries and a boost of oxygen if you forget to top up your tanks. So here we got SMGs, shotgun, pistols.
Feel free to take a
No
look
sniper
around.
rifles though.
We've got a pretty good selection.
Yeah, it's not a bad selection. I've seen better though. 2 words. Grim Hex. Thanks for coming. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to call that an episode here. First episode of Star Citizen in the bank. Boom. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you do, remember to give the like button an uppercut, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell your mum, and please do leave me some comments or questions or anything you want me to look at or show. As I said, this is the first video, so I'm quite open to taking whatever direction people want me to go in. Quests, locations, ships. Happy to show you different ships that I have access to currently. But yeah, let me know. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Cheers.